Alex, and if I can, I'll send it to you, or I might just send it to you now, and so that you have it.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. About 2 more minutes, and then we'll get started with the webinar. All right, Anthony, I got your presentation.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining us today. Good morning. Thank you for joining the SBA's OCIE District Office, Meet the Small Business Liaison. Our special guest today is United States General Services Administration and APEX Accelerators here in the Inland Empire. There are several APEX Accelerators across the country that are funded by the DoD. We have 2 here in Southern California that cover Orange County and San Diego, which is Tanya Counts. And today we have the Inland Empire, Riverside area, is Susie Myers from APEX Accelerators that will be answering questions. Now, if this is your first time joining us today, thank you for joining us. We've been going on 3 years now with their webinar series, so we appreciate your time to come in and learn a little more about how to do business with GSA and how APEX Accelerators can assist you. The purpose of this webinar is to really create relationships and to bridge the gap. So we have plenty of people that looking to do government contracting but don't know where to start, what resources are available to you, and how are you going to be successful in this market. So that being said, before I introduce our guests, I just want a few housekeeping rules that we are not allowed to unmute you. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. We'll try to save your questions at the end of the presentation. So please, if you have anything that you're concerned about, we will answer those live today. But please put in the chat. I'll be happy to assist you and get that going. So our guest today, like I said, is Mr. Anthony Caruso from GSA. He's a small business specialist, and also Ms. Susie Myers for the economic development specialist for APEX Accelerators. So Mr. Caruso is going to go first. I have his presentation here. I'm just going to go ahead and move it over. And Anthony, go ahead, take it away.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. How you doing? I'm Anthony Caruso, as Alex mentioned, with the GSA Office of Small Business Utilization. I cover California, Arizona, Nevada, Hawaii, Pacific Rim, and some other, depending, other places as well. So next slide, please. So today, we're going to be just going over doing business with GSA. What's GSA? What do we do? Going over small business contracting opportunities, and then I'll give you some points of contact, my counterparts throughout the country, if you're looking to talk with or do business anywhere else across the country with GSA. Next slide, please. So what is GSA? We're a federal civilian agency. And this slide kind of gives you a snapshot about what we do, who we are. We're basically the largest landlord in the world. We take care of all the federal inventory, real estate, take care of acquisition, technology, and mission supported services across the federal government. Our role is currently enlarging. So we provide workplaces by constructing, managing, preserving government buildings. GSA is one of the federal government's largest buyers for contracts over billions of dollars for products and services for civilian agencies, as well as our DoD customers worldwide. Our policies promote management best practices for efficient government operations. So what does this mean for you, the small businesses? It means GSA serves the same customer agencies you are marketing to directly. So if you're interested in selling to the federal government, it's most likely worth your time to explore what GSA has to offer. And we hope that some of the next few slides will help shed some light on where to start. So GSA, we're made up into two different components. Next slide, please, sorry. We have basically two business lines, PBS and FAS. Our PBS is also known as the Public Building Service, and our FAS is the Federal Acquisition Service. Within our Federal Acquisition Service, we have AAS, which is our Assisted Acquisition Services. This group provides full-scale, cradle-to-grave acquisitions for DoD agencies and other federal agencies. GSA is considered, like I said before, the government's landlord, and as you can see, PBS owns currently leases over 8,067 assets. GSA maintains an inventory of more than 356 million square feet of workspace for federal employees, and we currently preserve a little over 500 historic properties. So if you offer services in construction, maintenance, building operations, leasing, or other related construction services, it may behoove you or be in your best interest to visit GSA's PBS website listed on the slide below. The contract vehicles offer billions of dollars worth of products and services and facilities that federal agencies need to serve the public. Our GSA FAS is where the multiple award schedules is housed. The GSA multiple award schedules, a little over 40 billion was done off from last fiscal year. And it's going to be growing as GSA takes on more contracts. We're going to be utilizing the contracting vehicles we already have in place, and GSA Mass is going to be one of the main starting points, if you will, for federal contracts, as well as OASIS Plus and some of our other GWACs, government-wide acquisition contracts. And these are all done under the GSA FAST umbrella. Next slide, please. You went way ahead of me, Alex.
Oh, sorry. Right here?
One more back.
Okay. No?
No, maybe. Let's see.
This was the next slide.
Okay, so anyway, I'm not positive. So we're with the Office of Small Disadvantaged Business. I'm basically GSA's advocate for you. So any questions you have, any concerns you might have, don't hesitate to give me a call, email me. We're established by Public Law 95-507, and we are there here to ensure inclusion for small businesses across the board. Also, if you are a small woman-owned, service-disabled, veteran-owned company, don't hesitate to give us a call, and we are looking to do business with you and to meet the goals that we are, our statutory goals that we have. And so, yeah, any questions you have, any concerns you have, do not hesitate to give me a call, email me. I'll be happy to talk with you regarding prime contracting opportunities, subcontracting opportunities. That's what we're here for. Next slide, please. So now I'll give you as one of GSA's chief small business advocates. I'm proud of the work OSB does every day. We work internally and externally, so we really have a pulse on what contracts are going to be coming out across the board. I have counterparts in all of our areas. including up in Tacoma, Washington, where Alex Stutzman is, in Fort Worth, Texas, Tony Gregg, in Kansas City, the Heartland region or area, we have Chris Eischen and Bill Strobel, and across the board. So if you're interested in doing business with any of my counterparts across the country, I'll be more than happy to give you their email, their phone number, and you can talk with them about opportunities in that specific area. Much of our role is working with our partners with GSA's acquisition workforce to identify small business as well as set aside opportunities and maximize subcontracting on unrestricted procurements. OSB's focus is to increase opportunities for you. As I said before, and I'll say again, we are your advocate. And my counterparts across the region are as good as it gets. They really are. We're working tirelessly to make sure small businesses have the most practical opportunity to do business with GSA and across the federal government. We have a lot of different resources from training to education across the board, how to get on the multiple award schedule, subcontracting opportunities, utilizing our forecast. So there's a lot of different training opportunities that GSA has to offer to you. Next slide, please. So we're also taking specific steps to support the small business community, such as, again, training small businesses to navigate federal contracting, marketing your business and its unique offerings, and developing quality offers, equipping the government-wide acquisition workforce with the knowledge to conduct effective market research, write clear requirements, and build partnerships with socioeconomic suppliers, as well as hosting a variety of outreach, providing technical support, and using data to monitor and shape outcomes. Additionally, we regularly conduct industry roundtables. So OSB's goal is to provide a platform to learn about challenges and barriers faced by small businesses and what GSA can do better to reduce them. Our associate administrator is really looking to find out what are the trouble points, what are the pain points that small businesses are feeling in doing business with GSA and the federal government in general. We've been tasked with really streamlining, making it more efficient to do business with GSA. So we're looking for your input, and we might be coming to talk to you at one of these roundtables in the very near future. And through events like these, participating businesses can share their lessons learned, best practices, and success stories. So if you have a success story of working with GSA, working with our acquisition professionals, please let me know. Send me an email. I'll be happy to share that with our associate administrator as well as our administrator, Mr. Frost. Next slide, please. So as a small business owner, you know how important is the plan. You can use our forecast of contracting opportunities to learn about GSA and other agencies' contracting opportunities pretty early in the acquisition process. This tool makes it easier for small businesses to find contracting opportunities and build a business plan to capitalize on those opportunities. It really helps you to see who the players are for the specific procurement, when it's going to be coming up, who the current incumbent is on these contracts, basically the who, what, where, when, why. So you really have a pulse on when this contract's going to be coming out, who the CEO is, who's the project manager. Oftentimes I'm listed for anything on the western, anything west of Kansas City. I'll be listed there as the small business liaison. So anything we can get you answers if you have any questions regarding it. We made a lot of improvements to our forecasting, and we're looking to really streamline it and make it more useful moving forward as well. So please take a look at it. The link for our forecast is listed there. And there's a lot of opportunities that will be coming out in the near future. So take a look at it, and they kind of give you really, before it even hits the streets, before it hits SAM.gov, what's going to be coming out, how are we going to be utilizing the specific contracting vehicles that we have in place. Is it going to be going multiple mass? Is it going to be going Oasis Plus? Is it going to be going GWAC? Is it going to be going to one of our IDIQs? Is it going to be going to C40? What is the contracting vehicle that's going to be out there that's going to be utilized for this procurement? Are we going to be going 8A competitive? Are we going to be setting it aside for women-owned. What is the mechanism we are utilizing to procure that vehicle, and kind of outline what we're looking to do in the forecast there. Next slide, please. I'm going to talk a little about the GSA multiple award schedules. It's our most popular program. Currently takes about 6 months. Next slide, please, Alex. It's the premier vehicle for sales, including federal, state, and local government agencies, long-term government-wide commercial products and service contracts. Like I said, about 45 billion was in last fiscal year. It's going to be upwards of that this fiscal year. They're 5-year contracts with 3 5-year options, essentially making them a 20-year contract. And they allow suppliers to sell millions of commercial products and services at negotiated ceiling prices. Next slide, please. Currently, we have 12 commercial product and service categories. A little over 14,000 contractors or vendors are currently on the GSA multiple award schedule, and 85% of those are small businesses. Next slide, please. Once you're on the schedules, you can utilize GSA eBuy, which is a great online tool for the multiple award schedule holders. It lets you, it's sort of like SAM.gov, but for schedule holders. So it cuts down the competition. Only multiple award schedule contract holders are able to bid on these contracts. It really streamlines it, makes it easy. For contracting holders to bid on opportunities. It's important your email address is up to date, and we have it on file, as we'll be sending these things as they become available. Next slide, please. And this slide shows you our customers, which includes DoD and other federal civilian agencies, state and local government, as well as tribal entities. So basically, anyone who is your customer in the federal space is also our customer and utilizing the GSA multiple award schedules or one of GSA contracting vehicles. As we're doing more with less, the contracting vehicles we have in place are really going to be maximized and utilized for efficiency. And this is really what makes GSA so special, and what sets us apart from other federal agencies are the contracting vehicles that we have. We have a multitude of them, and they are heavily used across the board. So whether it's in PBS or FAS, GSA's mission is to ensure that agencies can focus on their mission, what their core function is. Next slide, please. So these are the 12 mass categories we currently have. IT, professional services, travel, facilities, scientific management. I don't want to insult you and read them all, but my favorite is miscellaneous, the stuff that didn't fit into any of the other 11. So in some way, shape, or form, all vendors or businesses fit into one of these 12 categories. Next slide, please. So here are some other things to consider. As a GSA scheduled contractor, you'll be expected to generate at least 25,000 sales within your first 2 years and 100,000 each 5-year period. Obtaining a GSA schedule is only your first step. You still have to compete for opportunities with federal agencies among the suppliers that are currently on the schedule. As such, it's important that you market your GSA schedules to help differentiate your product or service offerings from your competitors. One of the ways you can do that is through market research, analyzing the data available to understand what federal agencies, partners and agencies have a need for your product or service. So really understand how the game is played at the specific agency military installation you're targeting. How do they use them? How do they procure the products or services that you're selling? Is it through the multiple award schedule? Is it through another contracting mechanism? What is the mechanism they're utilizing to procure that service or product? It's really essential that you do your homework, so you're not just spinning your wheels on the back end. Next slide, please. So when considering if the mass is right for your business, the first thing you need to do is complete the Pathways to Success training module. It really goes over the process, the application process, making sure you have everything in place. take you through it, and then at the end you have a 90-minute module. You print the certificate. It's good for about I believe 18 months. When you submit your application, you need to submit that certificate as well. It takes you through e-offer, eBuy, all of our e initiatives that go with the GSA multiple award schedules, and walks you through that process. You're able to fill out your application, takes you through filling out your application, which is done online through e-offer, and really takes you through the steps, getting your digital cert. All of those are done through and are outlined for you in the Pathways to Success module. You'll then need to complete the readiness assessment, doing some of the market research to see if it's getting on schedule right for your company. Can you maximize the return on investment? Are you in a place to really take advantage of the GSA multiple award schedule and selling to the federal government? So it really takes you through all those steps. It's a pretty quick process in terms of the training modules. But it takes you through all the links you need. It also outlines taking you to the mass roadmap, which walks you through each step-by-step of getting on the multiple award schedule, everything you need. Every link you need, every template you have is on the mass roadmap. Try to be as transparent as possible, and it really takes you through each step that you need. So yeah, that's pretty much that slide. Next slide, please. And when it comes to identifying the appropriate language, you can use this. This is the GSA library. This is where you'll be able to look at your competitors, what their price list looks like, the terms and conditions of the contract, where they're located, their socioeconomics. So if they're a small, women-owned, service-able, veteran-owned company, you can really do that market research to see if you can compete with the 19,000 suppliers that are currently on schedule. Is this something that's worthwhile for me? Do I want to be in this space? Is the return on investment worthwhile? It really can help you in doing that market research. You can also see the different schedules of the different categories, and what's the sweet spot for you? Is it IT? Is it a different service? Where exactly do you fit in the multiple award schedule space? So really kind of figuring out that the Schedules library can really do that. You can put your product or service into the search engine just like any Google search. So it's quite user friendly, and you can really kind of do that market research to see, is it right for my company? Next slide, please. So there's a considerable amount of government contracting information available to small businesses. In many cases, the volume can be overwhelming, we know, especially if a business is new to the federal procurement market. That's why we have our fact sheets. They're available at GSA.gov/OSDBU fact sheets, and they're a very useful resource in offering clear, concise, and easy to understand guidance to help you find opportunities and work with the government. We're updating them constantly, so the most current information we have will be listed here. And things are changing rapidly in this current environment, so please take a look and revert back to these fact sheets when you can. Next slide, please. This is our QR code. Everyone has a QR code now. So information about OSDBU's wide ranges of our training opportunities and resources. You can scan our QR code here or by visiting GSA.gov/OSDBU. And you can those upcoming webinars, trainings, and outreach will be listed there as well. Next slide, please. So as you can see, GSA offers a wide opportunities for small businesses across the country. If you have any questions or need support after today's session, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of the contacts listed here. It's only me listed on here, but on the OSDBU website, all of us are listed with our email as well as our phone number. As I wrap up, I want to remind everyone that the information shared today reflects the most current guidance. However, policies, regs, and procedures may evolve over time. To stay informed, please encourage you to check the www.gsa.gov/small business website and GSA's official channels mentioned here today for the latest updates. Our goal is always to provide you with the most current information, and we appreciate your understanding as things continue to develop and change. Next slide, please. Again, on behalf of GSA OSB, thank you for letting me speak today. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them after Susie goes, I believe. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm just putting your number in the chat as we speak so everyone can call you. Thank you, Ms. Caruso, for that. I appreciate you providing information. Now I want to turn over to Ms. Susie Myers of APEX Accelerators. Let me just pull up her PowerPoint presentation real quick so that we have the best information. Just 1 second here. It's loading as we speak. There we go.
Thanks, Anthony. Thanks, Alex, because you gave me the lead in. Anthony gave me the lead in to what I have to tell you guys. Also, you can notice I changed my background from my kitchen to my den. I thought that was a little nicer. So good morning, everybody. This is our presentation. It is basic, but there's a lot more information I can tell you. So Val is our director, and we are probably on the next slide, it'll say so. And I am used to be called the procurement specialist, and my title was changed to economic development specialist, I believe. We do the same thing we always did. We used to be called PTAC, and now we're APEX Accelerator. Val was called into another meeting, so here I am with a little bit of a cold. Sorry about that. Next slide, please. So the APEX Accelerator program, under the management of the Department of War, Office of Small Business Programs, which is OSBP, plays a critical role in the department's efforts to identify and engage with a wide range of businesses entering and participating in the defense supply chain. The program provides the education and training that all businesses need to participate to become capable of participating in DOW and other government contracts. So, and here's a QR code. I'm pretty sure it works. And you can locate your APEX Accelerator if you are not in the Inland Empire, which is Riverside and San Bernardino County. Also, though this is a little bit skewed towards the DOW, it is because they fund us. So next, QR doesn't work. Okay. We'll fix it, but you can look at that website, napex.us/locations. That one should be good, but if it's not, then just send us an email. Our email's at the end, and we'll connect you or get you to the proper website. Next slide, please. Okay. So this is the total APEX Accelerator program. We're helping business participate in the government supply chain. We're a nationwide network of procurement professionals that help local businesses compete successfully in the government marketplace. Our 90-plus accelerators operate in 300 offices as the bridge between buyer and supplier. The result is increased business participation that delivers preeminent solutions to the military and other government users. So this is the total for APEX for the 1 year, 24 to 25, total nationwide, 26,000 plus new business clients, 6,000 plus training events, which equals 24 a day, 549 plus contracts and subcontracts awarded to APEX clients with a total of $64.9 billion. Now, just a side note regarding the trainings, the way it works with APEX is we're separated by territories, let's say. And in California, I think we have 8, but some are statewide. And so therefore, if you are interested in looking for webinars, you can attend webinars at any APEX Accelerator. So all 90 plus APEX Accelerators do webinars and do online training events. They do in person as well. So just know that to work with us one-on-one, you want to be in our territory. But there are resources out there by all of the APEX Accelerators. And furthermore, I like to mention that if you're looking for YouTubes and instructions on how to do business with federal, state, and local government, it's best to go to the source. And I consider the source the federal agencies, the state agencies, and the APEX Accelerators. So it's good to look for those, the SBA YouTubes, all of those things are really where you could go to find out what you're looking for. Next slide, please. So we are nationwide. We bring new suppliers into the DOW marketplace by helping overcome barriers to small businesses that struggle to meet DOW specific contracting practices and requirements. Now, we do mention this, but one of the agencies under the DOW is DLA, Defense Logistics Agency, and understand that their primary purpose is to help the war fighter. And so therefore, they are a very large part of the Department of War. So that's one of them. And of course, all of the military branches and bases are under the Department of War. So there are a lot of needs for products and services. It's not just imagining that you are that you cannot do business with the DOW. You can. And so we want to open the defense industrial base to small, non-traditional companies at the forefront of innovation as well. This is a primary objective right now of the DOW. And of course, we are a no-cost service. We do one-on-one counseling and training. Next slide, please. So, and here is the DOW's mission, basically, is to serve as the access for existing and new, this is their mission for us, let's say, serve as the access for existing and new business to strengthen the defense industrial base by accelerating innovation, fostering ingenuity, and establishing resilient and diverse supply chains. Next slide, please. Thank you. Okay. So here is a list of our services, and just a reminder, we can assist you with government contracting at every level. I say that that every government has their own purchasing and their own procurement process. So therefore, we can talk about and help guide you to who your customer will be. And that would be meaning, is it federal? Is it state? Is it local? Is it everybody? Because like, for instance, I'll give you a for instance, every level of government purchases janitorial services. So there's one that would be anywhere. So it just depends on your capacity. So we offer no-cost guidance, providing contract support, registration assistance, suitability assessments, and more at no cost. Suitability assessment is evaluating readiness for government opportunities and positioning your company for success. Registration assistance, registering with essential databases to facilitate participation in the government marketplace. Market research, pinpointing the agencies in need of your product or service. Bid opportunity identification, creating daily notifications of government contracts your company can bid on. We offer a free bid match service, and we assess you to see if it would be a good idea for you to be, if you're ready for those notifications, or when you are, we add you to our bid match service. There is no cost. Networking opportunities, extending opportunities to meet buying officers, prime contractors, and other businesses. Proposal assistance, supporting complex solicitation packages to ensure you capture every contract opportunity. Notice it's proposal assistance, not proposal writing. All of the APEXs mention that we're here for you, but if you give us enough time, meaning a little leeway, we would love to review your proposal and give you some guidance on that. Contract support after winning a contract. Help is available for some contract performance issues and audits. The work we do together matters. Fortifying the defense and government industrial bases, increasing small business certifications and participation, increasing awareness of and compliance with foreign ownership, control, or influence, improving cybersecurity of the defense and government industrial bases, facilitating innovation for the defense and government industrial bases, strengthening the supply chain, capturing market data in key industries. So this is just an overview. I think our strength is really guiding you down the path is really what it is to government contracting. Next slide, please. Okay, so we do one-on-one counseling, which I mentioned, and all of the APEXs do one-on-one counseling, some in person, some do hybrid, some do only via Zoom like we do. And then there are training webinars. For us, they are webinars, most of them, but others have in person as well. And then we help with market research because that is the key. And I know Anthony mentioned it many times. So it's procurement, hands-on counseling and technical support, full service bid matching via email, automated searches every business day for customized keywords pertaining to your business, regular workshops on doing business with government agencies and related topics. Next slide, please. So this is the information regarding the Inland Empire APEX Accelerator. We have been federally funded since 1996, which is, as you guys can tell, it's 30 years, and it's been funded under the Riverside Community College District. So how it is funded is through a cooperative agreement, and a cooperative agreement differs from a grant in that they give us our metrics and our goals versus we tell them what we're going to do. And then we tell them how we're going to meet those metrics and goals. So we've had 44,325 total awards. In 2025, we have 214 unique clients that we got, that we had sign up or met with. We had job growth of 902. I'm not sure what that number is because Val put this together. And total contract awards, 680,727,108. So just understand that this is where we have assisted. We have clients who started with us who were very small. We gave them basically the roadmap, and then they grew. And then they come back because they still need assistance, and we're here for them. So we work with both small and large businesses, but of course we want you to be able to avail yourself of all of the benefits of certifications and registrations that the government offers, and be able to advise you on what makes sense for you, which certifications, which registrations, all of that. So next slide, please. And here are some of our training webinars. How to become a GSA contractor next week, I think, right, Anthony? Doing business with the government webinar, doing business with the state of California webinar. I think we have that coming up in March. It may be February. Government capability statement online training. We do Project Spectrum cybersecurity training, which is CMMC, NIST, and DFARS webinar. SBA mentor programs and certifications, DoD mentor protege, and FOCI and DPA Title III. Let me go back a little bit I want to talk a little bit more about Project Spectrum. Project Spectrum is a federally funded program that provides their services for free to the APEX Accelerators. And therefore, we refer our clients to Project Spectrum because they are going to help you achieve your CMMC. They do not do the work, and they are not certifiers. But what they do is they also have a process so they can help you to be prepared. And CMMC is the cybersecurity maturity model. It is required in all Department of War contracts, and it will be required that you achieve at least level 1, which is a self-assessment. However, you will need level 2 self-assessment if you are a manufacturer minimally, because in order to have access to drawings for parts, you must do a level 2 assessment. And remember, this is not the level 2 certification yet, but this is required. And so I would advise you to do some research, and we can connect you with Project Spectrum. So we are really very happy with the assistance they're offering because they are the experts. Next slide, please. So this is the Inland Empire APEX client requirements. Some of you are our clients. We don't like to put a dollar amount on what, the business you should be doing. And part of that is because really we're talking about size and scope, capacity. And so it's about what can you handle? What is your infrastructure ready to compete in a particular solicitation, those kind of things. So we say that we would like you to have you must have a business located in Riverside or San Bernardino counties. You must have a business with a customer base that demonstrates past performance. So we say reported sales and tax returns, because as I explained, that depending on your industry, your product or service, really we're looking for your capacity to be considered for the government contracts that you would like to bid on. You must have capital to pre-fund the first few contract expenses, as it often takes a while to get reimbursed, paid, due to government risk, or working on an SBIR innovation grant. So if you don't know, if you are an innovator, SBIR is Small Business Innovation Research. Now, the program has been paused. However, we are still, due to the, let's say, the desire for the DOW to have innovation, we are still barreling ahead and continue doing the work we do with SBIR clients. So when we say you don't need to have, for SBIR, you don't need to have necessarily past performance, it's because it's based on your team, it's based on your expertise, and basically you're offering a solution to the government, because a small business innovation research grant is based on the government's need. And so therefore you're proposing what you can do for them. And it may be a team versus a business that's already established. And you want to have computer literacy, since most things are online, and you want to respond to our performance and satisfaction surveys. And that is our website, ieapex.org. And next slide, please. So this is our email. This is our general email. I didn't really mention, but we are 2 people. And so Val and I tag team everything and, communicate throughout the day. We check that email all day long, sometimes outside of office hours too, if there's an emergency. We call it emergencies, or sometimes you guys have an emergency. And so you can send us an email. As I mentioned, we can steer you to your APEX Accelerator. And I'd like to hear any questions anybody has. Anybody?
Thank you, Susie. Right now, no one's putting questions, but that's okay. I do want to go over real quick. I know that we talked about a lot of information, and back to Anthony, you talked about multiple war schedules. Could you just touch a little bit more on the blanket purchase agreements and micro purchases, where they can be found, if they're different websites other than if it's OAS Plus, if it's going to be on SAM, or do you post those at?
I always recommend looking at our forecast first. You'll really get a better gauge of where stuff is going to be going. if it's going to be going through eBuy, if it's going to be going through 8A competitive, if it's going to be going through the multiple award schedule. Exactly how will depend on where it's posted. Everything's on SAM.gov, but depending on the different thresholds and the contracting vehicles will determine where you'll see it posted most prominently.
Okay. And Susie, we talked about a little bit of certification. What would be a good checklist for those individuals prior to getting certified, but prior to getting, registered with SAM.gov? What do you feel like the best steps to be taking prior to signing up or getting certified? I know we've had a lot of issues in the past with small businesses that are eager and excited to do government contracting, but take the wrong steps or jump over some steps prior to getting these awards. So, and that causes frustration and
Yes.
time loss. So what steps will you recommend?
So first thing is that, and I know that Alex is referring to, all businesses think that they are ready and would like to do government contracting. And they believe that, if I am a minority, woman-owned, even a veteran, that gets you contracts. And my first statement is that doesn't get you contracts. It narrows the pool. And there are a lot of opportunities for small business. So my first advice is to, even though I'm not putting up the website, as Anthony mentioned, we say market research. So the first thing to do is figure out how the government buys what you sell. Now, for I use kind of Anthony's, I use Alex's guide. Alex says 10 contracts. Now, it could be federal contract, meaning before certification. It could be federal contracts. It could be state contracts, local contracts. Okay. And I like that guide because, it gives us a reality check. A reality check is, am I ready? If I'm in construction, do I have the capacity to be bonded? Where do I stand? Where do I stand? Am I current with everything with my business? Because that is the first thing I start with. Is I don't necessarily do business development, but we certainly do government business development. So you want to make sure everything is in order, everything matches. Now, when it comes to SAM, I will tell you that over the years, SAM was that was the first place we went because we are funded by the Department of War. And that is one of the places where I say, sure, do your SAM registration, but why don't we take a look first and see, is this a place you're going to be able to be? Now, I really believe that through subcontracting, everybody has a place once you build your business, once your infrastructure is strong. So you really want to concentrate on your base. Where are you? And then we can go ahead with registrations and certifications. When it comes to certifications, and Alex probably is referring, you want to be ready to compete. Am I going to use my certification? This is like I say, well, why do you have that? Sometimes I say, why? Well, listen, this is what's important. For instance, are the woman-owned small business set-asides in your industry codes? Because that's the first thing you need to know. We don't need to just get them if it doesn't prove a difference. However, and I think Anthony might be able to back me up on this, I am pretty sure that for the service-disabled veteran-owned small business and for the women-owned small business, for the government to get credit for using those small businesses, they must be certified now. This is what I think. I know it is true for the SDVOSB. Even Alex might be able to back me up on that. But that's what I'm saying, that in the past, we didn't need to rush into certifications necessarily. But now, in order to claim, instead of just self-identified when you register in SAM, you may in fact need to get the SBA certifications. And so therefore, there are other purposes for having those, including the VOSB. So the veteran-owned and the service-disabled veteran-owned, plus WOSB and others. Alex could probably talk about the small disadvantaged business requirement. And the small business set aside.
Yeah. Thank you, Susie. Anthony, any add to that regarding some making small mistakes that could cost you in the end, and if there's any upcoming events for GSA that you're attending personally, or if it's online, any industry days coming up for you?
I mean, just mistakes.
So many.
There was a lot of questions that were layered in there, Alex.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, anything with the government, make sure you read the RFQ. Make sure you read the instructions, you follow. That's always the key. I can't tell you how many bids have gotten thrown in the trash, not been accepted, been sent back because instructions were not met. And that's the biggest complaint we get from the acquisition community, is that small businesses don't follow directions. Is it cumbersome? Are RFQs cumbersome? Yes. Are they a pain in the butt? Yes. But if you're looking to do business with the government, it is a necessary evil to follow those instructions and to read through the voluminous RFQs or instructions that are detailed. We do have some trainings that will be coming up. We have a training with the Riverside APEX next week, I believe, in terms of doing business with GSA and the multiple award schedule. We'll go into more detail regarding that. We're in the process of scheduling some of our industry days that will be coming up. So that stay tuned for more. We're still waiting for our omnibus to get passed, so making sure funding and everything is in place. But we are going to be scheduling those in the near future, it looks like. And we will have some listening sessions or industry days coming up in the very near future. They'll be planned and will be posted. So just check out the website, send me an email. Happy to talk with you about it.
Thank you, Anthony. And like, Susie and Anthony mentioned, certifications is great. It's key. But at the same time, are you going to leverage that certificate? Are you going to use it or just have it? Don't waste time and energy. And these certifications are free. Some are not. So remember, if you're going to be using it, is it going to be worth spending the money on? And how are you going to help your business grow? Again, we see a lot of mistakes, but we know it can be difficult. So anybody can do business with the government as long as they have a SAM.gov account. But remember, now you're competing with everyone else in the world, small, medium, large companies. So again, identifying the agencies that you feel that you can provide service to, identifying those NAICS codes, look at the forecasting, the future spending, look at the past spending, looking at your competitors of who won those contracts in the past. Maybe you're not available to be the prime contractor. So maybe you can sub some of this work. That gets you on contracts. That shows past performance. So those things come into play. Someone said to me a long time ago, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So, it's going to take time to not only identify those opportunities, but make those connections, establish relationships, and show that you can perform. So if it's even at the state level or the county level, those past performance matters. Maybe it's not the same project name or type of work, but maybe it's the same dollar or close to it. So you can show that you can handle something this large for your business. But that's all I have. I know we have about a few minutes left. Does anyone have much questions? Please type in the chat. Be happy to answer them. And I also put up Mr. Crusoe and Ms. Myers' email address up for you to contact them directly. And hopefully, go ahead, Susie.
Oh, Alex, I'd like to make one more comment.
Yeah.
And I will tell you something. When I started, Anthony's going to laugh, but the first day I started this job, Anthony was in our location doing a GSA presentation. I had no idea what he's talking about because it was my very first day. I didn't understand anything about this. So, I mean, I'll never forget that. And also the clients who were there in person, of course, they're looking to me, the PTAC counselor, but I was learning along with them and I'm still learning. I just want to say that. What I want to comment on is that all of our services are free. It is free to do certifications. It is free to do registrations. Now, there are some services outside. Maybe you want different bid notifications and that kind of thing that may cost you money. But when we talk about money, we talk about the time you're investing in getting these certifications. And it is very labor intensive, and it's very labor intensive to manage some of these, maybe your GSA schedule, maybe your 8A certification. You want to really be ready to do that and have the time to devote to that. But just know that if anyone approaches you regarding paying, you don't need to pay. You can pay, not us, but you can pay, and what you're paying for is time. But just know that everything is really free.
Thank you, Susie, for that. Well, that being said, that's all I have. I want to thank my guests for being here today, providing this information. I hope everyone here took this information and will benefit from it. We will have this posted most likely on our YouTube channel for you to revisit. And if it's okay with Susie and Anthony, I can share their PowerPoints with the public so they can look into it more and see where options are available to you. Forecasting, of course, the GSA library is important. Our office does a monthly webinar, so every month we do one to cover all the certifications, the requirements, and what you need to submit, and what portal to use, and hopefully this can level up your business. So again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time. And next month we'll have the high-speed rail as a guest for future projects for a small business. It's hopefully be a benefit to your business if you're in that space. So again, thank you and have a great day.
Thanks for having me. Bye, guys.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.